Good evening, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And it's so great to see these lovely smiling faces here. Well, I have been introduced in a very beautiful way already. But then again, my name is Neha, and yes, I am a Master Certified Law and Law of Attraction Coach. Along with that, I also run my holistic interior design business. Well, that's another story. So, anyway, let me just go ahead and talk about this very popular thing, law of attraction. How many of us really believe in law of attraction? I do. Okay, awesome. Right. Okay, that's encouraging actually, right? Otherwise, thank you. Thank you so much. Sure. Right. Yeah, otherwise, many a times I also get to hear that, well, we have heard of law of attraction, but I don't know whether it really works or not. So before I dive deep into manifestation and law of attraction, I have a quick question. How many of you, and the reason I'm saying are aware of the things that you have manifested is because trust me, every person who is sitting here has been manifesting right, left, and center. You believe it or not. But how many of you have really manifested things and you're aware of it? Awesome. Anybody who would like to share their journey? Anyone? Unless and until it's a top secret. Sure.
I don't think a lot of people think about manifestation when it comes to health. They always think it's a tangible thing, right?
Totally.
And so I think in my own life journey, I've had some health challenges that could be resolved with medication or with a treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And so I held on to the idea, the thought, the process that I would find a solution. And to keep kind of short, I had an illness that I had faced, and I just adamantly manifested and put into this universe that it was going to resolve. Maybe not the typical way, but that it was going to resolve.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually dealing with a transplant situation. And so I had a situation where I was so in a particular box per se where I couldn't be treated, and the chance of finding a match for my transplant was so rare. It was less than 0.001, and I just kept long. And so manifestation takes a lot of versions. Like I said, it's not just I want the car, I want the house.
Of course. Yeah.
And in my manifestation and in my belief and faith and all of the above was that it was going to resolve and I was going to find my 0.001 match.
Wow.
And I'm here today because I did.
Wow. Proud of you. Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing that beautiful story. And that's the point. Because, well, just to keep you updated, I do got my notes, but I don't think I can look at them now because otherwise I'll be all over the place, right? So when you talk about manifestation, it's not just about receiving those tangible things in life. Believe it or not, everybody, each one of us have been manifesting things, and it could be some things which you don't like. And that is the reason we say, energy flows where focus goes. I'm sure many of us have heard that term already. When you talk about manifestation, it is beyond those tools and techniques that we have been learning from various coaches. Like I also teach a lot of tools and techniques to people, but trust me, the key is inside you. And when I say inside you, you are the creator of your life. We have had many success stories. Like you just Google success stories of manifestation and you will get tons of things that would actually surprise you. But in reality, it is there. And people have been doing that. We have an example here. So when I talk about manifestation and how did I start, let me take you on a journey. A journey basically which started from a heartbreak and a loss. Now, for just a few seconds, picture me as a 23-year-old. Maybe I still look the same, but you can try. Just imagine me being 23, right? I was divorced. And the moment I thought that this could be the toughest thing I would ever have to handle, I lost my mother. And that was a devastating experience for me because it was not just a loss of a family member, It was a loss which was there, which I couldn't describe to people. And that just put me into that phase wherein I was afraid of entering my own house because my mom was no more there. And that's when, and I thought I'm going crazy. Trust me, I literally thought I'm going crazy in those days. And that was the point. In the darkest moments, I figured out that there is something inside me which is encouraging me to do better. There was this inner voice, and we had a beautiful discussion about your inner calling, inner voice right before my session, right? There was this inner voice which was giving me that nudge that, okay, you can do something better. Though at that moment, I had no clue that what is universe, who is universe? What do you mean by universe? What do you mean by law of attraction? What do you mean by manifestation? Trust me, at the age of 24, I had no clue that there's something called manifestation. Bad vocabulary, probably. But it was still there. And there was something that, and that's how I stumbled upon this concept of law of attraction. And the moment I started reading about it, I started connecting the dots. And I realized that, okay, just like the other organs of my body, my brain is also an organ. So why the hell am I allowing my brain to go ahead and take control of my life and having zero control? Like, why? My hands don't go all on its own. My legs don't walk about the room if I don't want to. Then why is my brain going everywhere? And as Sadhguru mentioned, I don't know how many of you are aware of Sadhguru, but as Sadhguru mentioned, that we suffer more in our imagination as compared to reality. And it's true. If you think about it, we really suffer more in our imagination. And I just decided to take that leap of faith and give it a chance. And then I actually read about it that universe loves partnership. And who is the partner in the entire story? It's you, it's me. And I realized, so even in my coaching sessions, I try to keep it very simple. I don't want to go ahead and bombard my clients with a lot of techniques and tools. Of course, it's a part of the program, but I just try to make it very easy. I know meditation is beautiful, right? It's beautiful. You should do it. But I am not amongst those who can sit at one place and close my eyes and do it for like 20 minutes. My bad. I know it's a beautiful way to do it, but I can do that. What to do? So I realized, why do we have to manifest only in that posture? Who has told us that you do not meditate when you're just talking to yourself? Why can't you name it meditation when you just connect with your inner self and think about it, what exactly is going in your thought? I have a question. How many of you really connect with yourself on a daily basis? Yeah, beautiful. Trust me, most of us, we don't. We are so busy making money. We are so busy cooking food, taking care of the family, doing everything which ideally we should be doing, and we forget about ourselves. Your biggest and the most beautiful guide is your inner self. And that's how I found myself. And it's been 11 years. I am doing it. For me, it's like a cosmic dance that you do with universe. I always say that universe is my friend. It has my back. There would be a chance. So let's go ahead and try to understand. How about imagining universe to be a version of cosmic GPS? Yeah, we all are like, literally, we cannot drive without switching on a GPS these days. How about taking universe as a cosmic GPS? You might take a wrong turn, but if you have faith in it, it would reroute you and might even give you some scenic views in between. So you'd be like, thank God I missed that turn. Yeah, and that's how it is. Many a times, like I say that to myself, that universe has a great sense of humor. It would be that friend who would motivate you, kick you, abuse you, but make sure you're doing good. And that's what happens in life. So when you talk about manifestation, most of the times, like she mentioned, that it's not just about, okay, I want this, and this is when I will say I have manifested. Universe has its own beautiful way to deliver things to you, which you might not even connect with at that particular moment. The idea is to believe in the process. Well, we have a very well-versed 7 steps process of manifestation. I also teach a lot of times, right? And it works. But trust me, there is a lot which actually goes behind the scene, which no one talks about. A minute back, I actually mentioned that that you have to talk to your inner self, and that's the key. Before you start, like, I don't know how many of you are really curious to know more about law of attraction, want to learn how to manifest. It could be, right? But before you step onto that journey, ask yourself, where are you right now? If you see a better version of yourself 5 years down the line, the first step is you have to be in love with your current version. It's like, I want to lose 10 pounds. I hate myself at the moment. That's where the blockage is. You have to love your current state, because loving your current state would actually give you the motivation to go further. Because it's not going to happen the way you're thinking that, oh, I thought about manifestation and it just happened. It doesn't happen like that. She must have experienced it. Yeah? You need to believe in it. It's like, okay, let me give you a very simple example. It's like, I feel like having a delicious pizza. Now I sit here and I'm like, delicious pizza, I'm manifesting. Would it magically appear? I wish, but it won't. Yeah. You got to pick up your phone, you're going to make a call, or you're going to walk up to the outlet, and that's when you will place an order. Now, while placing an order, it has to be a well-detailed order. And if you be nice to the gentleman out there, he might drop in some extra breadsticks. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's how the pizza gets delivered to you. And so let me give you an example. Since we were talking about deliveries, right? Talking about manifestation. I am so proud and I'm so thankful and I have so much of gratitude towards universe for I manifested a lot of things. And I am a live example. I come from a very simple and humble background, and I have literally manifested things that I really want. Who can imagine that during COVID, when we all are locked up inside a house, I found my loving husband? And we did, right? It was like, okay, I clearly manifested. After a bad breakup and a heartbreak at that young age, I decided that, okay, I know what I want. And I believe in that I deserve a person. A well-detailed script was written for him, right? And then 5 years down the line, I would say that, okay, that person just magically appeared. And we can say hi to him, he's sitting in the audience. Yeah, so it's like that extra breadstick. So I actually got my pizza delivered with that extra cheese. Yeah, he's a good husband for sure, right? So no wonder he's here too for the support. Thank you. Yeah, so that's what. And trust me, I'm not kidding. I literally, after we got married, and we met during COVID. People were not meeting their roommates, their housemates. We met while I was in India and he was in US. Who would imagine that? But it had to happen. And it just did. And after getting married, when I was just flipping through my journal, and I realized, dude, I clearly manifested this. When I wrote down all these things, I did not know this guy at all. He was in the other part of the globe. But I did. And that just, made me think that, okay, it's not just about speaking it out and following the tools and techniques. It's about feeling it inside. It's about emotions. It's about aligning with your emotions. How many of us really understand alignment? Anybody? What is alignment of your thoughts? You can be wrong, it's okay.
Putting them in order.
Putting them in order, okay, yes. Balance, wonderful. Anything else?
Your thoughts being congruent with
your
Yes.
actions?
Oh, very well said. Yes. Anything else?
Agreement?
Agreement. Okay. Yes. That's what alignment is. Manifestation is not just about performing a technique and thinking, now it's going to happen. That's one of the ways. But along with that, you need to align your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, your belief. And when everything comes together, that's when that cosmic dance happens and manifestation happens. And the other thing which she mentioned without even realizing that it's not just about that, okay, I just need this thing in this way. Do not try to put your manifestation with a tag. I want this thing in this way. Believe in universe. Believe in the superpower, your God, the religion that you follow. Believe in that. The superpower ultimately would go ahead and give you the right thing. And like I said, that many times that you might just take a different route, you take a wrong turn, but eventually you will go ahead and get on the right route if you will go ahead and believe in it. And that's what manifestation is. It's about, when I say emotions play a very crucial role in manifestation. And most of the times, we all fail to realize how are we actually feeling about things. Okay, let me just throw a question. How many have any one of you ever experienced that there was something that you were looking for, like you were desperate for that thing, but when that thing actually came to you, you were not that excited? Has it ever happened? Did? Yeah. Anybody would like to share that experience?
Well, it's hard to discuss.
It's yeah, I know. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're right, it's wanting something so much, manifesting it, and now you have it, and it's like, well, I didn't really want it after
Exactly.
all.
Yeah, it happens. Many a time, and trust me, if you will now, maybe after the session, once you go out, think about it. Have you ever received something which you were dying to receive? And when you actually got it, you lost the excitement. But any thoughts? Why did this happen? Why do you think it happened? Any?
It was the thrill of not having it, that it was not having it that brought the excitement.
Yes.
It wasn't having it, it was the idea.
Exactly. Yeah. Most of the times, we are driven by the fact that, like we say, fear of missing out. We have just this thing that, okay, we do not have it. And everybody in my friend circle is having this. I do not have it. You work hard, you go crazy. But when you actually receive it, you just don't feel right about it. And that is the reason it's very important to connect with your inner self. I have a very simple technique. And trust me, if you look at my lifestyle, as for my husband, I'm the person who's chilling the most the entire day. Yeah, right. He has seen me chilling all the time. I have a very simple way. You won't see me meditating. You won't see me praying anywhere. I believe in every religion. You take me anywhere, I'll go with you. I'll be very happy to do that. But I think my lifestyle includes manifestation by default. And of course, it comes with practice, right? It's been more than a decade that I'm doing it. When I eat, I do mindful eating. When I cook, I do mindful cooking. When I sleep, I don't know. My brain is just wired so well now that by default, it just says before sleeping, thank you for a wonderful day, looking forward to the next day. Simple. When I get up in the morning, I just say, thank you for giving me a fantastic day in my head. And trust me, it doesn't take any of my time. And that's what I try to tell my clients. If you are trying to learn manifestation, do not make it like a course book. It's about how much do you believe in it. It's about being easy, being relaxed. Because the thumb rule is, when you believe in something, you're very comfortable with it, isn't it? Like you like your best friend, and if your best friend is coming home, you don't go crazy, running all around the house. I have to clean up the house, I have to cook, I have to do. You're comfortable, right? When you are sitting at your home, you're comfortable. And talking about home, that is the reason I decided to expand my business and I opened another firm, which is holistic interior designing, where I help people to design their houses and turn it into a manifestation tool, making sure the aesthetics are at place. Because for me, your environment is as actually playing a crucial role when you are with the place you are living. And like we were discussing in the previous session, that it's hard not to focus on things which are negative, which is whatever is going around in the world. It's like war is happening somewhere. How can I not think about it? I understand. But also, the idea is, and I think, yeah, they did mention it there, that acknowledge it, accept it, but do not live in it. At times, yes, you know that my current reality is this is not going in the way I really want it, but I have a belief universe has my back. It will work out. Because the beauty of life is that if you won't have, it's like if you won't have a weekend or if you won't have a weekday, how would you really enjoy weekends? Right? In order to enjoy Sunday and Friday night and Saturday, you need to have Monday to Thursday. Yeah. If there is no bad, how would there be good? So the beauty of life is that you need to have those ups and downs. You need to have those moments which would kind of challenge you to do better in life. And that's what law of attraction is. It is, I always say that it is all scientific. And it is scientific. How many of us have heard about neuroplasticity? Anybody would like to say, what do you understand about it? Jenna? Sorry to put you on a spot, but then you were like...
Yeah. So sorry, I just got out of an amazing session. But I'm sorry, I have no words right now.
No worries. Yeah. Anybody else wants to say something about neuroplasticity if you've heard of it? Never mind. Neuroplasticity. And trust me, Google it. And I'm sure many of you would after going out from the session. So neuroplasticity, let me put it in very simple words. It's mental gym. The way you tune in the frequency of a radio to get to the right channel, you do the rewiring of your brain. And the rewiring is done through this mental gym, which is called neuroplasticity. And it has been proven scientifically that the regular thoughts, the constant thoughts that you carry in your mind are created or based on the environment that you have, the tribe that you hang out with, the things that you read, the things that you say. And that's how your brain picks up the signals and it finally starts giving you those thoughts. So it's a complete cycle. It's a complete cycle. When you desire for something, first of all, the first step is not sitting with your notebook and started journaling. It's not about the tools and techniques. It's about sit with the emotion and ask yourself, why do I want it? Because it's just going to remove that barrier, which we were just talking, that once you receive it, you won't question yourself, why the hell did I even think of it? It's more like, okay, why do I want it? Do I really want it? Am I really looking forward to have this thing in my life? Or is it just because my friend got it and that's the reason I want it? What is that I'm missing at the moment that would actually, this thing would actually fill up that space? If you have an answer, and if your answer is, yes, I still want it, I have all the reasons. Okay, why do I think that I'm struggling with it? Because a simple rule is that you're manifesting because you think that you're struggling with it. Otherwise, it would just come naturally to you, right? The day you sit with the thought, I have to manifest this, is because somewhere down the line, your subconscious mind thinks, you're kind of struggling in receiving it. So when you have this thought that you're struggling, why is that? Is it that you do not have the resources, or you feel that your environment is not supporting you? Or is it that you feel that I do not deserve it? And most of the times, if you dive deep into your thoughts, you would also understand that somewhere you're also telling yourself, I do not deserve it. Even though you say, I deserve it, I know my friends got it, my parents had it, I got it, my siblings have it, why don't I have it? It's not about them, it's about you. Do you really feel that you deserve it? And if the answer is clear, yes, good, go to the next step. I'll tell you what it is. But if the answer is no, stop right there. Sit with it. There is no harm in acknowledging that, yes, I feel I do not deserve it. The problem is, no, most of us, we do not want to look through all those negative things. When we talk about manifestation, we all are pretty good in like going on YouTube and checking on Google, and we get a lot of techniques. We start practicing them because it's exciting. But the reason it is exciting is because it's giving you that adrenal rush in the body, and you are like, okay, I will just follow the technique, and tomorrow I'll be a millionaire. And then you try it for 15 days, and you're like, who said law of attraction works? It doesn't. So that's where the start is actually not right. Sit with it. There was a client of mine, and she was literally struggling through a very simple and a very challenging thing, self-love. And she was trying to cover it up by giving all the excuses like bad marriage and not people are not supportive, and my job sucks and this happened, that happens, blah blah blah. But then ultimately, after like almost 2 months, she accepted that I think I do not love myself enough, and I do not see myself deserving, and that was the reason I have not been manifesting these things. And from there on, it was a game changer. And these emotions are called, probably few of you would be aware of it, limiting beliefs. There are certain limiting beliefs we all carry inside for everything. You talk about money, you talk about growth, you talk about health. The day you start working on your limiting belief, it would be a different picture altogether. So the very first step of manifestation is be very clear. What do you want? Why do you want? And do you think that you deserve it? And if not, what are those mental blocks that are not allowing you to be open? And when you dive deep into it, trust me, nobody can stop you from manifesting things. The problem is we do not like to dive deep into those thoughts because it's boring. It's boring to sit with yourself and then just think, okay, what am I not doing right? Why do I want it? When will I have it? What is that I'm doing wrong? It's not about being harsh to yourself. It's about listening to your inner voice. If you really want to take away one thing from this session today, of course, otherwise it will be too much of information, take just one thing. Make it a practice. Actually, two things. Yeah. Number one, being grateful. The day you start saying on the beginning of the day, thank you for giving me a fantastic day. And trust me, it's the beginning of the day. You don't even know. Maybe your boss is really angry at you. It's okay. But just believe in it. And second thing is, give yourself 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and listen to yourself. If you will ever see me, if there is a camera, if there's a hidden camera in my house, you will see me talking all by myself. But trust me, I'm not crazy. Yeah? It's just about connecting to yourself. I talk in the shower. I talk in my head all the time. I talk if I'm sitting alone. Otherwise, he might think that I'm actually going crazy, right? But the point is, it really works. Affirmations. We all have heard of affirmations, yeah? How many of us really do affirmations or do? And do you think it works? Yes, no, maybe sometimes. Yeah. Affirmations are just a scientific way of repeating something to your brain so many times that your subconscious mind gets rewired and start tuning into the energy. That's the key of affirmations. Affirmations stand alone. There's no magic there. Trust me, there is no magic there. The magic is when you say something, when you repeat something, and you put in your emotions. And that's when it just gets pretty exciting. Okay, I'll just make you do one quick exercise for 2 minutes. Okay, and I really want you to give your 100% in that. Okay, so just relax yourself, just be pretty comfortable. Okay, breathe in, breathe out till the time you really feel light and easy. Time for some breath work. Take a deep breath. And close your eyes. And now, just ask yourself that one thing that you really want in your life. And you do not have to share it with anyone. So don't be afraid to think of anything. Stay in there for 2 minutes. Dive deep into your desire. Imagine yourself receiving it. And see that version of yourself living with that desire. And tell your brain you deserve it and you are open to receive it. Give this command to your brain 7 times. You deserve it and you are open to receive it. And you may open your eyes once you're done with the command. How was it? Was it nice? Were you struggling to visualize it? For how many of you it was really clear? The moment you thought of your deepest desire, you were able to visualize it. Very clear? Awesome, awesome. How many of us were struggling a bit to visualize it? You were? So if you were struggling with it, that's a good sign. If you're struggling with it, dive deep into it, sit with yourself, and note down the feelings. And those are the limiting beliefs. That what was making you what was making it very challenging for you to actually imagine it. Because understand, you're in a safe space. You're literally in your head. No one knows what you're thinking, right? But then still, if you're struggling, there has to be something inside you which is not allowing you to even think freely. Note down those emotions. It could be, maybe you will have a list of 101 emotions or maybe just 2. and then see, okay, what are those limiting beliefs I first need to work on? And that's a very, very easy and actually very effective exercise if you're trying to manifest something. This exercise is also known as visualization, which we have all of us have heard of, right? But then, are we really visualizing in the right way? That's what the question is. And visualization, I work a lot with visualization. It's easy, right? Like I said, I chill a lot. So it's easy. I go the easy way, okay? So when I visualize, I know what are the things that's going to work for me for sure, and what are the things I know I have to work on myself before that. So today, I just want you to walk out from this session with that desire that you just imagined. And trust me, live in it. Stay in that zone for next 24 hours. I'm sure that's not too much to ask for. Just for 24 hours. Stay in that zone. And you never know, you might even manifest it if you stay in that zone for more than 24 hours. So give it a chance. Any questions? Any doubts? Anything at all? Yeah?
Limited beliefs,
Limited
doubts,
beliefs.
or, the negative aspect of what you want, right? How can you, there's a block. I know there's a block.
Mhm.
Guaranteed block. I know that I can't do what I've done before with this particular want.
Okay.
But I cannot possibly, I can't process what is that negative, what is the limited, what is that part that's keeping me from moving forward.
Okay.
And so I know that you identify it as a limited belief.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to identify
How to
that.
identify it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, though in case if you want to discuss in person, you can definitely talk to me. But then just to answer that question, that's a very, very good question. Many a times we don't even know what are we actually struggling with. We don't know. We are very confident. We know that, okay, I deserve everything. I have been working hard. I have a good karma. I be good to people. Why am I still not able to manifest it? The idea of understanding your limiting beliefs is sitting with that emotion that, okay, it's never going to come up to you by just asking yourself, okay, what is the limiting belief? You put down I like to write, when I'm thinking, I just try to put down my thoughts on a paper. Just put it out there. Okay, I imagine I'm manifesting whatever, X amount of money. So I am manifesting X amount of money. Now, when I say that, what are different emotions that immediately occur to me? It could be anxiety. It could be excitement. It could be I'm getting nervous, or I'm getting those body chills when I think of it. When I look at money, what do I get? What do I feel? Do I get really nervous? Write down the feelings that you're instantly getting in your body. Note it down. It could be I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling powerful, I'm feeling nervous, I'm feeling excited, I have a fear of losing money, right? You note down your emotions. And then one by one. So there is this particular exercise, which is going to be too much to explain right now, but you put it down there and you try to give points to each of your emotion. And then you go backwards. What are the emotions that have earned the lowest points? And are those positive emotions? And most likely, it's going to be your positive emotions which are not playing that dominating role inside you as compared to the negative emotions. Now, for example, some people have this tendency that, okay, they work hard, they have enough money, but they always feel that I do not have enough, or I want more, or they have this emotion of jealousy, because we all have those emotions, right? The idea is you put it out. When I think of money, do I get scared? Do I feel I'm deserving? Do I feel powerful? What do I see? Do I see myself working really hard and struggling all through my life so that finally I can have my dream house? But it's also about, at this state, how happy I am with my situation. Because always remember, when you are manifesting, a lot depends on what is the intention that you're starting with. Are you trying to manifest something out of jealousy? And trust me, jealousy is not a bad thing. I always say it's also a signal that you also want it in your life. So take it as a motivation. There's nothing bad about being jealous unless and until you plan to kill someone out of jealousy, right? Don't do that. So if there is a jealousy, it's a reminder that you also want it. Maybe you should work for it. So talking about identifying your limiting beliefs, the first step is identify the emotions. Maybe someone already has that thing, whatever the thing is, right? So look at that person. How do you feel when you see other person already is enjoying that particular thing that you are trying to manifest? Are you feeling jealous? Are you feeling nervous? Are you scared? Note down those emotions. And then one by one, you dive deep into every emotion and try to work through them. So that is why manifestation is not just a 7-step process, it's beyond that. And when you do the work behind the scenes, the 7-step process would be, okay, it just worked. So with this, I would like to end my session. And thank you so much, guys. In case if anyone of you is interested to know more about my work, you can follow me on Instagram. I have given my cards, and there is a small token of love in those envelopes for you. So let me know if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to assist you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.